you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. See ya? That's when I found her. Bloody, lifeless. You monster! You defile my daughter and discard her as if she were a bug? How dare you, Devante? How dare you? I guess he couldn't show anyone all the blood that spilled on his clothes. Elvira's blood. Devante Torres, I'm arresting you for taking the life of Elvira Russo. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed to you. Do you understand the rights that I have just read to you, Crystal? Okay, Elvira, we're about to head off. You know the rules. Mom, there's something I need to tell you before you go. Oh, so you're not trying to rush us out? I guess I should be comforted by the fact that you're not up to something. What do you have to tell me, Elvira? Sorry. What have you done now? I'm sorry for everything, Mom. I've realized how much I've hurt you, Daddy, the whole family. You've told me that I've created destruction everywhere I go, and I didn't see it. Now I do, and I'm so sorry. When you get back from Theodosius' palace, I want you to know that I'll try to be the daughter that she won't be ashamed of. I want to be the sort of daughter that you can be proud of. I don't want to keep bringing you pain when all you've shown me is love. When your sweet Nona passed away, I was so worried that no one would be able to get through to you. Now I see that her wisdom lives in your heart. Elvira, I do love you, and I'm so grateful that I have you as a daughter. Clarice, are you ready? Yes, Lorenzo. Elvira, behave yourself while we're gone. Okay, Daddy. Wanda, what are you doing here? You know that Yvette can come down at any moment. Is it so wrong for our daughter to see her mother? What I'm trying to say is that she doesn't need to come down asking whether you'll be staying home or not when we both know that you won't be. I understand that I'm not allowed back home at the moment, but I needed to see you, Udell. I needed to tell you how sorry I am. Mom, leave her alone, Nichelle. After what I heard from you, I think someone needs to speak some sense into you. Girls, not today. Mom, this is important. Yulissa is falling for it. She actually believes that Dad did the things that he's being accused of. You don't believe what's being said about him, right? How are you feeling? I don't have a specific answer, Lorenzo. I'm relieved that we finally know who took Elvira away from us, but now we have another battle to face. We have to fight to bring her justice. Devante Torres will pay for his crimes. He has resources. Even while he's in police custody, that man still has Theodosius' palace. Theodosius' palace won't save him from his legal troubles, Clarice. Are you sure about that? There's still no physical evidence that he took Elvira's life that night. You're not supposed to be here. I know that, Ben, but I had to check up on you. No, you didn't. We both know how you spend your free time. You spend your free quality time with my father. Now will you let me enjoy my free time? Look, I know that Devontae Torres was arrested for taking Elvira's life. What does that have to do with you, Quinlan? I'll answer that for you. Nothing. I'm the one who saw the case. Me, not you. You did. But I know that your emotions must be all over the place after finding the answers to the questions you've had for over 20 years. I've already heard your apologies, remember? I came here to apologize for protecting Devontae, the very man who took Elvira away from us. I thought you said you weren't protecting Devontae. What I'm trying to explain is that I protected him more than I realized. After I found out that he was the one responsible for Elvira's passing, it makes me sick that I've kept this secret for decades. It took you finding out that he's a monster to make you feel sick, Wanda? Not the fact that he was a married man who fell in love with a high schooler? I'll never forgive myself for it. Good. Because I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive you. Nichelle, Dad was exposed for cheating on Mom with Elvira Russo when Elvira was 17. As if that girl didn't know what she was doing. On top of that, he wasn't that much older than Elvira. Did you forget the bit where he cheated? If he can cheat and keep it a secret for all this time, then I'm sorry to say it, but that means he's capable of doing anything. That makes him a monster, right? We're supposed to forget all the positive memories with our father, Yulissa? I'm not saying that. Look, I don't want it to be true, but there's too many facts that go against Dad. I don't understand you. You're able to believe that Max Russo is innocent when he says he is, but you can't stand by your own father when he says that he's innocent? Not when our father is guilty. Girls, I already told you that I'm not in the mood. Most of all, I don't want you going at each other's throats about it either. Mom, you see where I'm coming from, right? You don't believe that Dad is guilty, do you? Maybe there isn't any physical evidence, but we still have Benedict and Wanda's accounts. I still can't believe that she kept quiet about how Devontae had an affair with our teenage daughter. Even after Wanda became a mother herself, she didn't tell us. Despite what her daughter is saying about Maximilian, we should just be grateful that she didn't stay silent. Let's just hope that her love for Elvira will encourage her to speak against Devontae Torres in court when the opportunity comes. On top of that, Devontae has no alibi and had enough motive to want Elvira gone. No jury would be stupid enough to declare him innocent. For 20 years, we crossed paths with him, invited him to this estate, and he's the reason why Elvira isn't with us. How could we not have known this entire time? Do you want to know how I feel, Quinlan? Do you really want to know how I feel? Yes, Ben. Just tell me how you feel. Right now, at this moment, I feel annoyed. I feel annoyed by you, and I want you to leave. I don't think it's right to leave you like this. So you care about my well-being all of a sudden? You definitely didn't care about my well-being when you came into my life while you've been having an affair with my dad. I don't blame you for that at all, Udell. This thing between Devontae and Elvira, it ran deeper than I realized. I promise you, if I had any idea at all of what Devontae did, then I would have spoken up the very moment I heard that Elvira lost her life. And it would have given the police more evidence against Devontae. Most of all, if you spoke up the moment you heard about Elvira and Devontae, then Elvira could still be alive. You don't know that. Wanna bet? You heard Ben. That night she screamed at Devontae that she didn't want him. She wanted to get back with me. Would you have taken her back? All I know is that I would have known that Devontae seduced Elvira. If he still ended up taking her life, then I could have given the police more information. They could have questioned him, gotten some evidence, but I'm sure that all of the physical evidence from 20 years ago are non-existent. Do you really think that there's a huge possibility that Devontae could get away with this? What matters is that there is a possibility. On top of that, he hasn't pled guilty, which means that this is going to go to trial. I'm not sure what the odds are of him getting away with it, but if he does, then you need to understand that you played a hand in that if Devontae gets off. All I'm saying, Nichelle, is that I don't want to talk about it. Mom, we have to. especially since Dad will make bail. We shouldn't pretend like this isn't happening. I bet Pacho still hasn't called after hearing the news, and I know for sure that he's heard the news because Dad's arrest is being talked about all over the place. Maybe Pacho doesn't want to be bothered by it just like Mom doesn't. Or he thinks Dad's guilty, wanting you and I to pick up the pieces. Or he doesn't want you stressing him out just like you're stressing Mom out. Like I'm not stressed. Dad could go to prison, Ulissa. Prison for life over something he didn't even do. I understand, Clarice. It makes me sick that for 20 years, we've been cordial with the very monster who ruined our lives. But it's not like we're psychics. There's no way we could have known that he did what he did. But we were Elvira's parents. I bet she would have been turning in her grave over our ignorance. Or she would know how hard we were fighting to get answers and would have believed that we would finally figure out it was Devante all along. If he makes bail, Lorenzo, I don't know what I'll do. If I have to see him again, I don't know if I'll be able to control myself. I'll do my best to keep you from him until the trial. The next time I see him, I might just go to trial myself. When I lay eyes on Devante Torres, I might just take his life myself. Just like he cold-heartedly took our little girl's life. It wouldn't be quick, Lorenzo. It would be brutal. Like I told you before, Ben, I care about you and I'm not gonna stop. Then you're wasting your time. We all know who took over his life. Now you can go on pretending like you never met me. The time we spent together is something that I'll never forget. Just like you'll never forget. Well, I'll try. Just like you should. Take all the information you want and use it to benefit your stupid news reporter career. I can never apologize enough for hurting you like this, Ben. Please just try to take care of yourself. Don't destroy yourself over something Gianni and I did. I'll do whatever it takes to keep that from happening. I'm even gonna testify in court over the fact that you knew about Devante's affair with Elvira and that he happened to have walked in and out of Theodosius' palace. He was a legal adult while Elvira was still underage. The jury will definitely give him the side-eye for that. He's not going to trial for all that, Wanda. He's going to trial for taking her life. The jury has to think about those facts other than the fact that he's an adulterous pervert. I know we're not really religious, but I'm advising you to pray. You better pray that the secrets you kept won't cause more damage than it already has. Just get out. Can I at least see Yvette? Would you like to explain to our daughter how your silence could possibly keep your late best friend from getting justice? What more proof do you need, Nichelle? Dad slept with a high schooler, kept it a secret, according to a drug addict who was 5 when it happened. Okay, so Ben Russo was taking drugs when he was 5? Like the drugs can't affect his memory. Most of all, is there a weapon? Enough. I told the both of you that I don't want to hear about this. Here's what I know. Your father is not the man you think he is. He's not the man I believed him to be. So, what sort of man do you think I am, Isabel?